Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Let's find out what's going on with Capricorn and what does Capricorn need to know. The Lovers and the Five of Cups. Say it ain't so. All right, so there's an important relationship here that means a lot to you, but you're struggling with some disappointment. All right, well, let's get a little bit more, okay, about getting what you want. Like, it's not going to be exactly the way that you think, but you are going to be very happy. Does that make sense? Like, you might not get everything that you want all the time, but you're going to get something really, really good. It's like you're going to get the kind of love relationship that you really want, that you are really magnetized towards, right? You're going to attract this lover, but it's not going to be what you think it is. It's not who you think it is. It's not the way that you picture it. Okay, you have this important relationship. You're going to get what you want. You're going to be very happy with the results when this comes in for you. But two things, okay? It's not going to be the way that you think. And it's not going to be the way that it always has been in the past. Okay, but also there's like, as you go along your healing journey, your personal journey of transformation and development, and you can accept certain things in yourself and others, you will have a much better time attracting the right kind of person to you as you heal your own inner trauma, your inner wounds. I feel like there's a wound here it's got to do with the past person, past relationship, something that happened that did not go the way that you wanted to. That was very disappointing and very just like hurtful. And as you come to acceptance and forgiveness within yourself, and you find a way to be at peace within yourself, you're going to be able to attract the right kind of relationship for you that is actually going to make you feel really happy. Yeah, you're overcoming some kind of a challenge. It's a personal challenge here, and you're becoming very good at something. You're being rewarded and recognized for a job well done in a certain situation. Somebody really thinks very, very highly of you. I don't know why you're not happy with this person, but they are really into you. Are they not giving you what you need or what you want? It's not happening the way that you want it to. Something about it is disappointing, and yet you're... Yeah, okay, so you may be judging this person or critical of this person. I've got the Tower, ooh, and the Ace of Wands, exciting. So I think there's somebody here that's been kind of emotionally aloof. They're very intelligent, but they're kind of cold. And it could be this Gemini that you're dealing with, this air sign. I've also got fire sign, I've got Leo, I've got Aries, Scorpio is here, as well as Pisces. It just feels like, you know, it's not what you thought it would be. You got what you wanted, and it's not what you thought it would be. You're getting what you wanted, but it's not what you think. You're not going to get what you want, you're going to get what you need. Or it's like your person, your soulmate is not the person on your mind. Or it's like not the person that you think it is, or it wasn't the person that you thought it was in the past. And this may have made you feel kind of closed off. Somebody's feeling closed off and cold. Somebody does not want to be open and vulnerable. Yeah, it's like it's a hard time being honest about how you feel or opening up about how you feel, being kind of defensive, being kind of closed off. But it seems like there's going to be this breakthrough moment where you're going to admit that this is what you really want. And you're going to start to see that this tower, this something that was disappointing, it had to fall. It had to happen that way so that something new could be built up in its place, something a lot more stable. You're going to learn a lot from this experience that's going to show you more about your authentic desires and what you're willing to, I guess, put up with. Interesting. What you're willing to create or maintain or even put up with in your life. I also see a lot of communication incoming, something happening very fast. Someone is going to take a chance on opening up and speaking their mind and talking about how they really feel. And it's actually going to turn out a lot better than you think. Like, this person really understands you a lot more than you might think. And by being honest and forthright and like open and kind of direct in your communication about this, accepting the challenge of this and accepting the consequences or even the potential consequences of this, you start to realize that actually this is a lot better than you thought it would be. It's a lot better than you thought it would be. Someone could have Moon in Leo. There's Capricorn there. And Saturn, the world, the sun. Okay, so I feel like you're imagining all these different outcomes and how it could possibly happen. And you are not sure what is real and what is solid and what is just like a fantasy. And now there's this love coming towards you and you're hesitant, you're reluctant because you need to let go of the past. You need to close out a cycle and let it be over. You're kind of holding yourself back. If you are not receptive and you are judgmental and critical and you expect the worst and you're kind of cynical and pessimistic, you know, I don't know, you're going to need to do your own thing in your own way, but my cards are saying that you can open up to this and have a better experience. And if you accept the challenge and you are honest about what you really want and you're forthright about it and you accept the consequences of opening up and making yourself vulnerable, I see someone here who's really in love with you, and they may be younger or less experienced, or maybe they're just they're new. This is a new experience, a new person that you've connected with. And maybe you didn't expect it to be anything serious. You didn't expect it to go anywhere. You just wanted to hook up with them or like have fun with them. But it turns out that this is actually like a really good relationship. It's really nice. It actually makes you feel really good. It puts your mind at ease. It makes you feel better. It's soothing to you somehow. Yeah, there's the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So it's like, this is love. Like, this is gorgeous. This is like speaking the truth and being honest about how you really feel after having spent some time at a distance getting clear about this. Someone may have needed to step back. There's been some kind of roadblock or delay based on this resistance. Someone needed to get very clear on what it is that they truly want, what it is that they really value, what it is that they plan for the long term in their life. So what are your long-term plans, and are they in alignment with this person, with this relationship? I see conflict. I see tension and stress. And so I see somebody being very quiet to get very clear. Like, take a step back and observe your thoughts and feelings without identifying with them, without becoming attached to them. And this can help you to center yourself if things are getting a little chaotic, if there's a conflict. Like, why is this happening? What the hell? Like, I love this person. They make me feel so good, but something, there may have been a misunderstanding. Something went wrong. There may have been an argument or like a disagreement of some kind. And you know, you have to be honest about how you really feel and what you really value. You know, you got to speak your truth and they need to speak their truth. But like, what if you disagree? What if your truths are not the same truth? How do you reconcile that? How do you resolve this? So someone may have been very critical or cold, and this is somebody that you really love, or that you feel a strong connection with, and you're disappointed in this. It's not what you thought it would be somehow. And so you take a step back to really assess and reassess the relationship and get clear on what this conflict is. And it seems like it was necessary for the two of you to have it out in order to form a better understanding of the direction that this is going in. But it looks like it's become a problem. It's starting to be difficult to see the way forward in this. Somebody may be very prideful and does not want to admit that perhaps they were wrong, or they don't want to apologize for hurtful words or something. And yet I see, all right, it could be like love bombing, I don't know. I see someone being very loving and they really do care. So is this person's behavior contradictory? Does it seem like they say one thing and do another? Or because this conflict, whatever this conflict is, it's sabotaging the connection. I got a 5-5-5 here. There's a challenge. This could lead to growth. This could lead you to a much better understanding. I see a positive outcome with the 9 and 10 of Cups. I see victory and success. I see you two overcoming this challenge together. But I think someone needs to speak from the heart, to accept the challenge and to accept the consequences of being completely honest about what they want, who they are. Your authenticity is your only obligation. You must be true to yourself. You may end up playing a different role here. You may end up not being in this connection anymore. What's meant for you will never pass you by. If you have to sacrifice your own authenticity for a connection, then it's not an authentic connection. So if you want a connection to be authentic, you must never sacrifice your own personal authenticity within yourself. So I see someone who's very self-confident and self-sufficient and independent. There's a need for emotional independence. I also see a need for like sort of detaching, taking a step away from this, getting a little distance, taking a little time and space to be alone, spending some time in stillness, solitude, and silence to get very clear on what your intuition has to say, what your angels and spirit guides have to say, whatever you believe in, your God, your spirit, your universe has to say to you about this situation. Because obviously this is not the type of thing that you want to have happen. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. This 5-5-5 is a conflict, but it's an opportunity. This challenge is an opportunity for growth. So it's like someone's trying to see the way forward in this. And it's like you are going in the direction of clarity and truth. And yeah, it just feels like there's been some interference and it's been exhausting. Someone's tired of the fight. Someone's tired of the headache. Something gave you a headache and you just don't want to deal with it anymore. You feel stuck and you don't know the way forward. You don't see what you should do. So it's like maybe there's nothing you can do about this, or maybe it's not something you need to do right now. It's just maybe it's good. It's an okay idea to just kind of let things play out on their own for a little while. There could be, I'm hearing too many cooks in the kitchen. There's a lot of people involved. There could be a lot of different opinions. Nobody's really listening to each other. This could be a very creative type of competition or conflict, but I don't see it that way. I see this as kind of destructive. It's been a really destructive argument between the two of you, and it's hard to see the way forward after something like this. And yet I do see that this is going to turn out in your favor. So if this means the two of you are breaking up, I'm sorry to hear that, but at the same time, it's like, maybe it's for the best in the long run. Maybe this is leading you to a new beginning, and you can accept the consequences of speaking your truth. If it means that this is over, then so be it. If it means that you develop a deeper understanding and a stronger connection as a result, then even that's great, even better. That's better, but it's better to be honest now than it is to, I don't know, like pretend that you're somebody that you're not in order to, maintain a connection under false pretenses. That's not going to lead you to having a satisfying life together. So I think it's important to be honest about who you are and what you want no matter what. At least in the context of this reading. And doing so is going to be a major breakthrough for you. It's necessary to move forward. Whether or not you stay together is another story. I don't know. Are you, hold on. Let's get, I want to get a little clarifier. Let's get another deck. Let's get another deck and see what's going on. What does, I almost called you Leo. What does Capricorn need to know about this? Looking forward to the future, waiting for an opportunity, actively waiting for an opportunity to make a move. You're waiting for something to happen. Like you've already done something has already happened. Now you're waiting for the response. Like you've already said what you needed to say. There was a conflict. There was some kind of challenge here. And now you're waiting perhaps to hear back from this person. You already spoke your mind. You spoke your truth. You're waiting to hear their response. Or you're actively waiting for an opportunity to take the next step. But you're getting ready. So you're not just sitting there passively waiting, you're actively waiting. That's so interesting. Like getting ready in the meantime, you're poised, ready to go, ready to strike, ready to confront this person over perhaps something that needs to be clarified. You need to say it. So it's like there's a Libra maybe involved. Something that you need to say. It's right and good and true and fair. There's an action and a reaction. You're waiting for the reaction. What is this Justice doing here? Oh my goodness. Yeah, like there is something that's been bothering you and you need to get it off of your chest. You've been holding it back. You've been bottling it up inside and it's not right for you to do it. You got to speak up. You got to speak your mind. This is also something is coming to an end. This conflict is coming to an end and you may end up feeling like I'm getting something like it wasn't worth it, or like there's an idea of power here. You don't want to hold on to a grudge because you're going to end up giving away your own power. What are you giving away your power to, and how can you take it back and become more centered? You want to stay centered within yourself as you deal with this conflict. That Five of Swords coming out again. Something's been destabilizing about this. And it's time to come back to your center. Okay. Hold on. Let's get a little bit more to fill in the blanks here. What is this all about? This conflict. Getting something off of your chest that's been weighing heavily on your mind. This is a powerful thing for you to do. I think if it's been disturbing you, then you are going to, I think you're going to feel better, honestly. I think you're going to feel better after this is over. You're coming into a more powerful position somehow. Thank you. Three of Cups. Wow. Yeah, this is like joy and exaltation and feeling a lot better, and maybe this person understands a lot more than you might think. What about the Three of Cups? This could be someone that's really important to you, and this relationship is not over. It's just like you need to talk about it. Three of Swords. Oh. There's been a disturbance of the peace. There could have been a third-party interference here that you found out. You learned something. Yeah, you learned something about this. You started seeing the signs. You recognized the signs. The High Priestess, the Four of Cups. You're very intuitive. You're very intelligent. Somebody may have tried to kind of hide something from you, and you got the truth. You got some kind of information about this person. And now you see it and you're like, what am I going to do with this information? You have to speak up. You have to say something. There's something that you learned. You got some information here. You may have been watching this person, observing this. You made some kind of observation, and you may be criticizing, right? Like, you don't like what you're seeing. You don't like this behavior. You don't like whatever this is. And you need to be honest about your boundaries or about your values for your own conscience. Even if it doesn't change their behavior. Even if it doesn't, you know, because you can't control this person. You can't control anybody but yourself. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't speak up when you see something that's not fair or not right. If there's some kind of injustice or something's been offensive, you have to tell this person, like, I don't like it when you do that. Like, maybe you feel this may be your soulmate or something, okay? But that doesn't mean they're going to be perfect all the time. They may be very compatible with you, but if they do something or say something that you feel personally is unacceptable to you, and you make it known to them, well, now they are aware of your preferences, your boundaries, and your expectations. And it's up to them to choose how they're going to behave in the meantime or going forward. But at least you spoke your mind. It may not change their behavior, but at least you spoke your mind. You have a clear conscience. You can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you're beautiful, I love you, at least we tried. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you're beautiful, I love you, at least we tried, right? At least you tried. You spoke up, you said what you needed to say. You did not remain silent. You observed something from a place of silence. Okay, you are very intuitive. You have that high priestess here, you know. You can see it clearly. And it's like, I think you don't want to be a bitch to this person, or you don't want to be nasty to this person. You don't want to be an asshole. You don't want to be mean. You don't want to be rude, but you want to be truthful. Oh, I've also got 333. So now we got 555 and we've got 333. So there's a need to open up and be honest and communicate what it is that you really want and how you really feel about this. Don't back down from opposition. Don't back down from a conflict. Don't shy away from the conflict. Okay, I don't see you doing that. I see that I think this is going to turn out better than you might think. I think that this person's going to understand a little bit more than you expect them to. But how are they going to know if you don't say anything? Like, they are not a mind reader. You might be a mind reader, all right? Maybe, but like, I don't think that this person is. I think that you've seen something that you didn't like. You learned something that bothered you. It was a disturbance of the peace, and now you need to speak up. Speak up about what's bothering you. And I think you're going to appreciate the outcome of this conversation, and you're going to get on the same page. Things are going to be made clear to you, and you're going to be able to see the way forward. Perhaps maybe there are some changes that need to be made. Perhaps it's just like, either they're going to change their behavior or you're not going to be here anymore. Something like that, okay? Yeah, but you're maybe going to give them a chance. Are you going to give them a chance to change? How are they going to know if you don't tell them? So, okay, that's it. That's what I've got. I'm going to get some oracles for you. Oh, there's a card that was left on the table, the moon. Yeah, they don't know, or you don't. There's something that you don't know, something that was a secret or it was hidden from you. Something was not true. You found out the truth. Somebody was hiding the truth from you. You found out. And now you're having a hard time seeing the way forward in this relationship. I'm going to put this here. Something is being revealed to you about this person, their behavior, their attitudes, their ideas. And I don't think that you really like it. And you may want to go in a different direction. You got to get this off of your chest. And even if it causes a problem. But I don't know, like, for every action there's an equal opposite reaction, right? And I feel like maybe they did or said something that hurt you or disappointed you. It's not what you want. And now it's your responsibility to respond. This is you're reacting to some action that they took, or vice versa. This is a problem. And you want to solve it because you really do care. Okay. So something was not true. Something was an illusion. Something was being kept from you. You may have even been keeping your feelings to yourself as well. And you've been silently, quietly observing the way that this is going. And that's a good idea. That's, you know, maybe it is a good idea to take a step back and take a deep breath after a conflict and center yourself and get yourself, you know, taken care of so that you can get clear on the way forward after this conflict, and so that you can speak from the heart and be ready to accept whatever response or reaction that this person has to say. Like maybe you learned something about your lover and it's disappointing because you wanted so badly to believe that this was your forever person or something, but this has become a bit of a roadblock to your happily ever after. And if you can't speak up about this, and if you can't expect them to make some real changes, if that's what you need, if this relationship is not going to be able to adapt to the changing set of circumstances, then you may need to make an important decision about the direction of your life into the future. Like, you need to be able to disagree and still be, you know, maybe you can come to some kind of agreement, right? You know, maybe you don't have to agree on everything all the time, but if it's a deal breaker, then I guess the deal is broken. Like, there's no deal. Is this a deal breaker for you? Or is this something that the two of you can work on together? Either way, I see that it's a good idea for you to express how you really feel, to speak up. And you may have been keeping a lot of this to yourself, and that was probably the right thing to do at the time. Take some time for observation, introspection, meditation, you know, get clear in your mind. But then once you're ready, don't wait. Don't wait any longer than you have to. You don't want to dwell in the disappointment. If you need to take a moment to center yourself, that's a good idea. Take a moment to get ready. That's a good idea. Get ready to go. But then once you're ready, it's time to go. All right, let's get some, what's on the clock? 27:47. Cool, 27:47 on the clock. Let's get some Liminal Space Oracle. I love this deck. It's kind of a mixed bag. There's some beautiful stuff in it. There's some kind of disturbing stuff in it sometimes, but all of it leads us to a greater sense of enlightenment. Let's see. What does the Liminal Spaces Oracle have to say? You came here to help turn off the lights. This is to be intuitively understood. This is a core truth that only you can understand when you use your intuition. Let's get one more. You came here to help turn off the lights. What does that mean for you? Know thyself above all else. It's important for you to know thyself above all else. Know yourself. So be true to yourself, knowing who you are, what you came here to do on this planet. What is your purpose here? Oh God, the bottom of the deck. It's a dumpster fire. This is the fucking, all right? So we're gonna read. I felt like I had to take all three of them. Oh my God. So we're gonna read for the fucking, because I feel like that's the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups is like the Tower here as well. You see the Tower, the 5 of Swords came out twice. So it's like, this is destructive, destabilizing. It is a dumpster fire. It is conflict. It is chaos. It's disappointing. It's upset. You're upset at this person. This is upsetting you. And I think you're going to feel better if you talk about it. You're going to have to rise up and, you know, in order to solve this problem, there's a need for real, authentic emotional expression, which I don't think you really want to have to do, or like someone's been very emotionally aloof and distant, trying to be logical about it at the same time, trying to use your discernment, to use your judgment to make the right choice for yourself. Being true to yourself, you may end up playing a different role in this relationship as things progress and move forward. So like you're really kind of harshly judging your lover right now. Do you need to have a little more compassion for them? Do they need compassion and understanding for you, but you are kind of like turned off by them right now or something? Hold on, let's read for the fucking. Let's read for the fucking. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Sometimes things go deeply wrong. This is one of those times. The fire will go out eventually, and you can come back and see what's left once it does. Or not. Or not. So, okay, let's see. Like, that's it. Some of these cards have like long meanings to them, and some of them have just really short ones. So yeah, something went really wrong. This is one of those times something just went wrong. The fire's gonna go out eventually, okay? And then when it goes out, when this is all over, when this trouble has passed, you can come back and see what's left. Or not. Is this a deal breaker or not? Is it over or not? It's up to you. You can come back and see what's left once it does. Or not. Or not. Okay? Knowing yourself and what you're here to do. Heard upon awakening, whispered into an empty room, intuitively understood. You came here to help turn off the lights. Know thyself above all else. What are you here to do? Is this what you really want? Knowing yourself above all else, being true to yourself above all else. When the fire dies down, are you still going to be here for this? Wow. Intense. Okay, I want to get a systems oracle for Capricorn, please. Yeah, because you may have a long relationship, a long-term relationship with this person. You may have been together for a long time. And you just, something went terribly wrong here. And you don't know if you still want to do this anymore. But I think you're making a decision. And it's up to you. Is this a deal breaker? It feels like it is. Honestly, it feels like it is. But you need to be honest with yourself. What do you really want? What is your authentic desire telling you about yourself, about your relationship, about the way forward together or separate? Are you going to still be together, or is this the end? Is this the end of the road for you? Yeah, it just looks like you may be choosing to break up. Like, do you want to, how are you going to resolve this conflict? Do you end up reconciling with each other? This person may want to apologize. Are you going to accept their apology? I don't know. It seems like you're not. It seems like you're not. It seems like you're not, but I'm not sure. It's like, it depends, I think, on how they react to your reaction. How do they respond to you speaking your truth and being honest about how you really feel about this? If they can accept this and if they can change their behavior, maybe you will. But if they are not going to be open and they're not going to listen to you, I don't know. I don't see you sticking around for this much longer. I think you're going to follow your intuition and you're going to see clearly that it's time for you to go forward. That this is your cue to like leave. Wow. Like, I don't know. This feels like a deal breaker to me. All right. Systems oracle for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know? Thank you. This is all about your personal growth and development, number 16, which, by the way, is the Tower, number 16. There's a lot of energy going into this growth right now. Let's read from the book, number 16. Expansion, development, evolution, and new beginnings. Yeah, you may be just going in a new direction. You may be happy that this is over. Honestly, perhaps it's for the best that this is over and you're just going to go in a new direction. You're being called in a new direction. Maybe eventually you'll see that it was a good thing that this was over. You can just put this down. You don't have to fight this anymore. It's distracting. It's self-destructive. You're holding yourself back. You're making life harder than it has to be by continuing to participate in this endless argument with this person, with this fight. Perhaps the way to overcome this is to express yourself clearly and keep it moving. Get it off your chest and then keep it moving. Keep going. Just go. Just get out of there. Get out of there, Capricorn. All right, let's read. The growth card represents awareness of self in its entirety. Yeah, know thyself above all else. Awareness of self in its entirety. And taking steps to make necessary change. It reminds you that life is a continuous learning journey and every experience is a potential impetus for growth. The growth card invites you to embrace change and exercise patience with the unfolding process. This card may indicate a period of rapid advancement. Yeah, rapid advancement, swift moving changes, coming in fast. Maybe even travel. I'm seeing travel as well. You may be moving. Yeah, you could move. You could be looking for a new place to live. Invites you to embrace change and exercise patience with the unfolding process. This card may indicate a period of rapid advancement or brand new beginnings. Welcome the obstacles and opportunities that come your way, recognizing them as catalysts for your personal and spiritual evolution. Yeah, this is like accepting the challenge. It's a catalyst. This experience, this challenge is an opportunity for growth. This conflict is a catalyst for your personal and spiritual evolution. It was necessary to get you moving because perhaps you're not supposed to be there anymore. You're certainly reevaluating this relationship. It feels like a deal breaker. This is a catalyst that's going to get you moving. Eventually, in the future, you're going to see that this had to happen this way. Maybe you don't like it. It's not what you would have wanted, but it was necessary to get you moving and push you in the direction of where you're really supposed to be. So that's what I've got for you today, Capricorn. What are you doing here? You know, what are you doing? I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.